Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. It's me, Vinod, recording remotely from Bangalore. I hope you're doing fine. I hope you had a Merry Christmas and we're getting close to the Happy New Year. And me and Dhana are here to warm your spirits and talk about the future of certain companies which are there on our list. Some companies that may be not on our list, but maybe some of you have it on your list. So speaking of lists, what do we have today, Dhana? What do we have?
Sir, today we are having about Karnataka Bank, sir, today on our list. So we are going to
Oh, very
analyze
nice.
about
I'm
this
sitting in
company.
Bangalore and I'm talking about Karnataka Bank.
Karnataka Bank. So that's why I picked up Karnataka Bank, sir. Just a joke. So Karnataka Bank now 100 years completed, sir. So we are going to discuss about now the 100 years journeys of the Karnataka Bank.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Shoot.
First, 1924, so it was started. The foundation and growth part was 1924. Karnataka Bank Private Limited was started on February 18, 1924 in Mangaluru, Karnataka. The bank started operations on May 23, 1924. And 1925 declared its maiden dividend of 6.25%.
Wow.
Making a successful first year of operation. 1926 to 1930 expanded its operation in Karnataka and focusing on building customer trust and stabilizing its foundation. And then diversifying its banking products to attract depositors from the traders and the agriculturists. In 1931 to 35, bank survived from the global Great Depression by maintaining the conservative bank practices and focus on the rural credit, supporting agricultural growth in the Karnataka. And in 1939, deposits crossed a milestone of 1 crore.
Wow.
In 1940, expanded its branches in the key commercial areas in the Tier 1 and Tier 2 business and traders area. In the 1941 to 45, supported wartime financial needs during World War II by offering tailored financial services. So they are participating in the World War II for the financial purpose. Became one of the most trusted banks in Karnataka with the deposits steadily increasing in the 1945 at the year. So this was the foundation part, sir. 1926 to 1947. Now the post-independence part. So companies 1949 included under the Banking Companies Act 1949, which formalized the banking regulations in India. And then in 1940, they are introducing the services like safe deposit lockers and personal banking solutions and modernized their banking operations. And in 1952, issued 25,000 equity shares at a partial to increase capital and fund branch expansions. So, and then the 1955 marketed its presence in the major cities by opening branches in Bangalore and Mysore. Deposits grew to 5 crore. So from 1 crore to 5 crore, they are taken about nearly 15 years, sir, and becoming the public trusted bank in India. In 1957, completed 33 years of services, having established itself in a traditional regional bank. And total bank deposits now turn over to the 10 crore. From 1955, it was 5 crore. 1957, it was 10 crores. Nearly developed in the 2 years. So this was the development area. And then consolidation and strategic expansion in the year of 1960s. Acquiring Sringeriya Sharada Bank, established in the 1942. So their acquisition was happened in that time. And then 1962 achieved total business turnover of 15 crore, driven by increased loans and advances to the business. And in 1963, first branch opened in the coastal city of Karwar. Further the expansion in the presence in Karnataka. Deposits exceeded to 10 crore. So they are steadily increasing their branches and the deposits also increasing over a long period of time. So these are the main highlights that have been taken. Many of things I'm not included in that, sir. In 1967, crossed 20 crore deposits and making a significant growth in the customer confidence and opening its 75th branch in the Karnataka. So 75th branch was opened in the 1967. And in 1971, opened its 100th branch at Melpal on December 6, and inauguration first branch in the Mumbai at Fort. And 1974 celebrated its golden jubilee. Total deposits reached 33 crore and advances were 22 crore with 146 branches and 1,314 employees. In 1975, opened its 150th branch, and in the 1976, it increased authorized capital to 1 crore, established its first regional office in the Bangalore. And in 1978, first branch in Delhi and shifted Central Foreign Exchange Department to Mumbai, remaining its international division. Now the 1978 part is the important part, sir. Achieved a business turnover exceeding 100 crore first time in 1978. In 1981, opened its 250th branch at Koramangala layout at Bangalore. In 1985, it was 300 crore. Now it was at the year of 1986, it was 350 crore. In 1990, it was 100 crore, the business turnover. And then in 1991 to 1992, the bank shares was listed in the BSE. And then in 1992, introduced the KBL Vikas scheme to mobile rural deposits. So now we are coming into the 2K part, our part. In 2000, launching their internet banking services in 2000 and achieved a business turnover of 5,000 crore. And 2002 to 2003 is an important time because they are introduced the money plant ATM card, providing 24/7 banking services, and shifted its head office to a new building at Centenary, Mangalore. In 2005, crossed a business turnover of 10,000 crore. And then in 2007 to 8, achieved a ISO 27001 is to 2005 certification for its information security management system. So they are very mainly focusing on the customer database security. In 2009 to 10, opened its 450th branch at Mysore. From there onwards, M-Passbook also introduced in the 2012, and in 2011 to 12, business turnover crossed over 40,000 crore. And 2013 to 14, they launched the KBL mobile app and celebrated its Platinum Jubilee 90 years of bank. And the deposits also crossed 50,000 crore. In 2015, business turnover reached 75,000 crores and introduced the KBL Apna app for simplified digital banking. And in 2016, the upgraded version of KBL Apna Bank into KBL Mobile Banking Plus app with the enhanced feature like fund transfer, bill payments, and more. Opened its 600th branch in Mumbai. And then in 1917 to 1978, introduced the AI-powered chatbot like KPL Smart App. If we are entering into the site, the AI chatbot will be working. So that's also introduced and opened its 700th branch in the Jaipur. And in 2019, first time the business turnover crossed to the 1 lakh crore business turnover and rolled out QR payment solutions to the encourages cashless transactions. In 2020, KPL Express and instant loan approval service is also introduced in the digital transformation. 850th branch in the Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh. So that's its overall journey. In 2024, that's we all know, it was nearly a major milestone of the Karnataka Bank because they are completing the 100 years, 1924 to 2024. So this was the 100 years of journey, but many of the points have been missed because this only keeps me in highlights. So that's why I picked up this. Many of the things has been happened. So from this understanding, I have understand how long was the Karnataka Bank journey was. Just because as a Gen Z, I am looking at the bank for at the 100 rupees of price, okay, it was a 20 years company. Maybe it will be a 10 years or 15 years journey of the company. So why it was trading around 100 to 200. So now I understand the 100 years of process and how they are steadily increasing the deposits over a long period of time. Because I study about the journey.
Well, one thing which is heartening about this bank is it's a very old bank. Okay? It's not a new bank. And if you see how long it's been there and how well it's done, it speaks volumes for the bank and the way it's been run and been managed. During the 1960s and in the 1980s, India went through something known as nationalization, when large banks in India were taken over by the government. Fortunately, Karnataka Bank wasn't one of those banks because it was considered too small at the time. And it was a very regional bank and wasn't very big. And it didn't meet the requirements for nationalization. So they were fortunate to escape that. But that said, the bank has been facing some issues recently. And the issues the bank mainly is facing is it is a slow evolution bank. Meaning, all things considered, it has been in India for a long time. And while new banks have come, they've all managed to capture the latest technological trends, the new market very rapidly, while this bank has been very slow to move towards it. One of its current problems, which I see, is digitalization. That means transitioning to your culture, your generation of online transaction and making the app more user friendly and enabling customers to transact digitally without coming to the branch or dealing with the branch. It needs to improve there. Second, they've been having problems in their something known as net interest margin. That is the amount of money which they lend out in terms of mortgages, in terms of loans. So the amount of money they lend out as loans, they get interest on that, right? So that profit which they're making, that has not been growing. It's come down
Okay.
slightly. And other problem for them is their staffing, their salary bill, as you would say, if in your term, the amount of salaries they're paying to their employees, that cost has also gone up for them.
Okay.
So it is affecting their net overall profit. And this idea of what's happening in the microfinance sector, in the agricultural area, the slowdown which you're experiencing, economic slowdown, is also affecting this bank a lot. So these are the concern points for Karnataka Bank going forward, right? It is sad. The bank, being a very old bank, it wasn't nimble and agile to see what is coming and adopt that fast, and could have been ahead of the game.
Okay.
Even before banks like HDFC came, ICICI came, all these other banks came. India was ruled by nationalized banks like your SBI and all this.
SBI.
So yeah, they had a lot of room for growth, but unfortunately, there they have missed the opportunity.
Okay.
Now that's why if you see their price to book, right, is always considered, if it's more than one, they consider it to be valuable. The stock market has never really run behind this stock. If you see the price, historic price of this share from 2002 to 2000 now 24, except for a period which is recent, last 1 year, it has broken out from the hundreds and it's gone to 200. But before that, if you see, Karnataka Bank would always be trading between 100 to around 50. It will be valuing between 50 to 100.
Okay.
So if you see the historical price to book, it is trading above that.
Okay.
For example, let's say we take price to book for Karnataka Bank for a period of maximum what we have from 2006 to now. It is 0.9 is the median. The average is 0.9.
0.9.
And the bank right now is at 0.73. So it's
Okay.
slightly below the
Below
average.
the average.
Yeah, that's maximum. And if you take 10 years, it is 0.7. That means for 10 years, if you're looking at, you're not really gone anywhere with this bank. It's been sitting there. And if you check 5 years, it used to be 0.4. That means the growth which you've seen, which I told you, it has only happened in the recent.
Okay.
Till then, the market was not favoring this bank so much.
Okay.
This is one of the main reasons my brother has been saying this bank is undervalued. Now the question becomes, if you invest in this bank, it is of value right now because of price to book ratio.
Price to book.
The question, $1 million question, which all of you Gen Zs will have is, sir, when will this price to book become 1.1? When will it become 1.2?
Straight into
Okay. 2, it's never happened. So far in the history of this bank. So for this to become 2, a lot of things have to go right for this bank. In terms of internally, the way they're treating their customers, that relationship has to change. The way they treat their employees, that has to improve. And the bank has to expand in terms of branches and operations. And right now, globally and in India, banking sector itself is going through a transformation. The way we do business with banks is changing. The way customers use banking and finance products is changing. So we have to wait and watch. Is there promise? Yes. The person who's running the bank right now seems to show promise.
Okay, sir.
So if you're investing in this bank, I don't know when it will go to 2 or when it will go to 1. But it is a safe bank in terms of the years of experience the bank has. It has been a very long historic bank. It's a very safe bank, and it is on slight value if you're looking at a 10-year spread. If you're looking at it over a period of 10 years, the bank is at slight value or at this point. From here, the bank can only go up slightly or come down slightly. It is not going to have any dramatic shift in terms of price, where you saw it in 1 year going from 100 to 200. I don't think it's going to go from 200 to 300 to 350 anytime soon.
So it will take a long time.
Yeah. So if you're willing to be patient, it is a wonderful bank to be sitting inside. Now, out of all the banks available, will I be picking this bank? Personally, I don't know. The reason why I'm saying I do not know is, because I've seen IndusInd where IndusInd is sitting.
Okay. But the price for the Gen Z level, sir, 200. From
Yeah,
from our
yeah,
level of
yeah.
experience, IDFC.
Yeah.
Uh, okay,
That's
sir.
the
We have
same
three
reason
questions,
you're
sir.
Yeah, that's why you Gen Z guys are also looking at South Indian Bank,
South Indian,
right?
IDFC, and for the more valuable for these three was Karnataka Bank because 20 to 30 and 60 to 70. Now it was 200 to 230.
Yeah. So
Mm,
I would say spread your bets
mm,
equally amongst all these banks.
mm,
If you can afford to put IndusInd in your mix, put IndusInd.
mm,
Otherwise, spread
mm,
some in this bank, spread
mm,
some in South Indian Bank,
mm,
some in Federal Bank, whichever other bank you're looking at,
mm,
IDFC.
mm,
Spread it so you have,
mm,
like my brother says, you have four banks you put it into. If
mm,
one bank breaks out and it grows really well, you'll
mm.
see growth, multi-bagger there.
Okay.
And if the other banks, I don't think will go down drastically,
Mm,
but I can't predict these things.
mm,
But other banks will, if doesn't grow much, at least
mm,
one or two banks might pull a whole portfolio up and make it grow.
mm,
But in a matter of 10 to 15 years, if you're looking, any of
mm.
these banks are great banks to hold for the long term.
Last one question, sir. From
Mm.
your perspective, how you order the value of the bank? Like IndusInd Bank was your first preference because of the
Yes.
value. And then
Yes.
what will be your order? Karnataka Bank or South Indian or IDFC after IndusInd?
After IndusInd, if I was putting my bets, I'd probably put it in IDFC. Then
IDFC.
probably, yeah, then probably Karnataka, then South Indian. South Indian, Karnataka are on the same level for me.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and I
Mm,
can tell you this much. Even IDFC has a lot of problems,
mm,
and it has potential to sort out these problems and recover, but it's going to take time. It might even take time 2 to 3 years. Are you willing to wait is a question. If you're looking for a quick return, dropping in a couple of lakhs and hoping that you can double it in 3 years' time, I don't see it possible in any of these banks right now because the next coming year is also going to be a very tough year for these banks economically. The country is not doing great, and the microfinance sector is not doing great.
mm.
So there's going to be more problems coming in the coming year, more than solutions happening. But
Okay,
they will all get through it, but it's going to take some time.
okay, sir. So okay, we wait for the decade.
Chalo,
Okay,
we'll
sir.
wait and watch. Anyway,
Wait.
thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. As far as Karnataka Bank is concerned, you'll see the history of the bank. A lot of you didn't even know this bank was this old and the history behind it. So I hope that got you some insight on why this is a safe bank if to look at. And nothing else more to say. Do enjoy your Saturday. Be safe out there. New Year is coming close. I read a lot of horror stories about you young boys out there in your revelries. So please, please, please be careful out there. Do be safe. Enjoy in moderation. Life is meant to be lived. I understand YOLO, but be careful out there. Nothing else more to say. Dhana and me will see you tomorrow with another podcast on Sunday morning. Thanks for watching Be Rich podcast today. Bye.
Thank you.